Well, hello. Not muted or nothing. Holy cow, I don't have the chat thingy up. Oh, junk. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Hey, it actually added the YouTube chat by default. That doesn't happen much anymore. Holy moly. Alright. We might be good and live. And Samuel! What is up? Hello! Good morning. Or afternoon or evening or whatever. Happy Friday to ya. Hope you're doing well. My goodness, I'm sleepy this morning. It's been a slow going morning. It is a holiday after all. And a very Merry Juneteenth. Oh goodness. Not even warmed up really. Like, terribly. And Vex, what's up? Hello, hello. How are things? How are ya? Happy Friday. My goodness, it's been a week, hasn't it? My goodness. Hope y'all are doing well. Look, you don't know what Juneteenth is, so it's a new federal holiday in the U.S. Only, I think it was added as a federal holiday in 2021 or 2. It only has just been added as a June 2021 was when it first became a holiday. And it's commemorating the emancipation of enslaved African Americans in 1865. So it's like it's the last apparently I'm just reading this off of YouTube because I didn't know the exact story, but it's like 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation was signed. Federal troops came into Galveston, Texas, is what Google just told me, and said the last of enslaved peoples in the United States are now free, and that is commemorated on this June 19th. So, hell yeah, a happy ending for all. Given the various states of still systemic racial inequality and issues that are there today, but at least people are not outwardly overtly enslaved anymore, although slavery is still permitted as long as you're incarcerated for a crime. But that's a whole other rant on the prison system of the US. System of a Down fans. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Also, has there been a more disappointing group of musicians in terms of their songs and lyrics and stuff versus the actual human beings who play the music as System of a Down? Like, I am so disappointed to know every single one of their political leanings, with the exception of Surge. Surge seems like based and actually like he understands the lyrics that he was singing, but like apparently the rest of them are kind of shitheads, which very, very makes me very sad. They're one of my favorite bands of all time. Enslaved people in Texas didn't know they had been freed in 1865, so when they finally got the news, it was celebrated as Juneteenth. Thank you, Mom. Yes, there we go. There we go. That is the merry celebration of Juneteenth. Hell yeah. I still gotta warm up, y'all. It's been a late morning. We've been working on the kitchen cabinets because my girlfriend's off. So we've been working on getting a miter saw set up, which has been surprisingly difficult since we are kind of winging it. So I haven't been able to warm up quite as much as I would like. You only slept 4 hours, Vex. I hope you're feeling okay. That's I hate that. In my advanced age, I get those nights more often than I would like, and it really fucks up my entire day. I tell you what, if I don't get a good 8-9 hours every night, I am just brain fog and not good. And usually I end up canceling stream on those days because I'm just like so out of it. Commiserations. Let's see. Warm ups. Let's do. What do I normally do that I haven't done already? I don't want to go up too high yet. Freaking E major always kind of gets me. What's up, Professor? Woot woot to you, my friend. I regret to inform you I am wearing an elastic this morning. I couldn't get it. I couldn't figure it out quite right. It seems very loose, and I'm doing something wrong if I try and tie it up that way. But I will continue working on it. And one of these days, you're gonna come over, and you're gonna come into chat, and I'll be like, woot woot, check it out. But that is not this day, unfortunately. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Holy moly! Elliot! What is up, my friend? It has been a minute. How are you, dude? Something feels off, like I'm in the wrong chat. I mean, you usually do show up in YouTube, right? I don't know the last time, but I don't know the last time I've seen you at all. So we are overjoyed by your presence, regardless of what chat you're in. How are you? How are things? YouTube's dumb? Is that from my end, or is that because it doesn't look like I'm dropping frames, but I can never really tell. OBS is not set up well for the YouTube part of it. Looks like it might be okay on my end, but either way, regardless. Oh, gotcha. So YouTube has not been. No worries, my friend. I'm glad you're here. How have you been? Bought syringes to use for tuning. Syringes? Really? So, like, to set them, not for like valves or anything. So you set. That's really smart. It's a built-in, basically, tuning slide up to the length of the syringe. That's really that's ingenious. It's already a pre-made product. Exactly what you need. That's really cool. As long as you can get the air uh, direction and everything going the way you need to. Hell yeah. That's really smart. Excuse me. Yikes. Since I have no concerts coming up soon, I've been learning a bunch of random things. Personal favorite things are sea shanties. Ooh, that sounds like a lot of fun to play. I've been kind of collecting concertos and pieces from other instruments over the summer. So I've been doing Haydn's trumpet concerto, Ralph Vaughan Williams' tuba concerto, the second movement of that, Albrechtsberger's alto trombone concerto, Bach's the prelude to the first cello suite. So that's been I think those are the four that I've sort of been collecting, but just kind of playing stuff from other instruments. That's been a lot of fun for me. That's kind of what I've been working on. Move the piston to change the length of the chamber, and it changes the pitch. Hell yeah, exactly. That's so cool. And it's the thing I'd be worried about is like it changing or changing, being secure at where you want it to be without popping out from air pressure or sinking from whatever. But that seems like a pretty trivial thing or a thing to do. Yo, what's up, Traversary? So Do is in Twitch. Elliot's in Twitch, so I don't know if that's that might be why you don't see him on YouTube. How are you? What's going on? Happy Friday, happy Juneteenth for everyone celebrating. Bit flat. Bit very flat. Piston's so tight that it can't move on its own. Well, there you go. Perfect. That's exactly. Well, there you go. Yeah. That seems like a perfect solution. Hell yeah. Yeah, dude, it's hot here too, Traversary. I hear you. I feel you. It's 78 degrees in my studio, and that's with the AC turned down and everything. Whew. At least I don't have. I usually have my my blanket over my lap just because I get a little chilly, but not recently. Changed my strings on the guitar to thicker. Ooh, that's fun. Do you like the sound? A little chuggier, a little heftier of a timbre. I am so bad, or I have been so bad about actually changing changing strings on my guitar, because I would go and play on the same set of strings for like 2 years. I mean, I don't think I've changed any of these strings. It might be like 2 or 3 years. And I think you're supposed to, you know, I don't play them that often, but like every couple of months or something. I don't know. Even if I was playing them, when I was playing them like regularly, I still just would never. Which is, you know, my own cross to bear, I suppose. I tried making my own piston yesterday, but I failed, so I came up with this. And there's nothing wrong with that. That seems like a perfect adaptation, a perfect solution. I don't like the sound because it's very bright. Older strings are more muted because of all the gunk on them. Yeah, that's the sound that I'm more used to. I don't particularly care the bright and twangy, sort of like almost tinny metallic sound of new strings all that much. I do enjoy the darker sound, darker over time. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Just gotta break them in. That's all. You know, just like anything else in life. Gotta get some dirt on them, some mud on the tires, as it were. You know what I'm talking about? Etc. etc. There's always water in the dang horn. What do we want to keep warming up? Oh, I know what I want to keep warming up. Noodles and spiders. Speaking of sea shanties, I've been playing Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Ooh. You know, I've never played an Assassin's Creed game. Like, ever. Are you enjoying it? I know some of the titles have been hit or miss. I feel like Black Flag is one that I've heard, like, good things about, if I remember correctly. But, I mean, to me, they're all kind of the same. Love you too, babe. Thank you. Black Flag's either the best or second best. Yo! Okay, so I'm asking you, what would you consider? How well are you enjoying it? Most people choose 2 as the best, but Black Flag has sea shanties, so I choose Black Flag. Also, the ship combat is fun. Can't argue with that. Can't argue with that. That sounds like a lot of fun. As long like ship combat in some games definitely is like, if it's not made as a ship combat game, I feel like it can be a little wonky. But yeah, as long as they do it good. What's good with you, Dragonite? Mr. Luke, how are ya? Happy Juneteenth to ya. My first instrument I made a few years ago was very similar. His whole body was made from syringes because it was smaller. No way. No way. That's freaking awesome. So yeah, you're That's really cool. Just who would have thunk syringes to make a musical instrument? I mean, honestly, if you find some springs that fit into them, those could just as easily be like piston valves, right? You could have them bounce back to full extension or whatever, and just have, if you wanted to use them for valves, that might be something. Now you got my creative, unless you've already tried that. I'm sure I'm preaching to the converted here, but first instrument I made was a bamboo flute. Have you, Professor? No kidding. That's really freaking cool. I'm just gonna say using syringes to make a saxophone is not a great idea. No kidding. Have you, from your own experience, tried to craft a saxophone out of nothing? Am I the only one here who's never like tried to just build a musical instrument? Y'all are so creative. I feel inadequate. Yesterday I tuned into a concert, D sharp and F sharp and B in just intonation with the syringes, so it works. That's incredible. That's awesome. You already got 3 pitches. That's freaking cool. You never made an instrument. Okay, so how do you know that syringes don't make a good saxophone? I'm just saying, you know. Don't knock it till you tried it. Just doesn't seem like it would work. I mean, I agree with you there, but I wouldn't want to bet against Vex. You know, I bet she could too. I bet she could make one. You know, whether you think you can or you can't, you're correct. Think about it. The only limits are your own imagination. Probably. And, you know, the laws of physics and, you know, whatever else. Metallurgy or materials, chemistry, or however, I don't know. Okay, it's 11:25. I feel pretty warmed up now. So we should do a coproche. Should definitely do a coproche. Because we don't want to be stinky, chat. If you don't play a coproche a day, you get stinky. And that's the truth. Probably. This one would be a fun one to run through just real quick. Number 6. right. A little rough. Yeah, so I just need a bigger breath here because I'm running out in this phrase, and I don't need to run out of air there. So. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. One of these days we'll do that transposed in E. And that day might be today. Maybe we do it. Why not? Syringes are so good for tuning because you can move it by 0.5 millimeter. It changes the pitch by like 1 cent. Ooh, so you can tune it like and that would be very good, especially for this instrument that you're designing as kind of like a chord, like holding a chord kind of thing. You would want it to be very, very precisely in tune. That does seem like a very good solution. Hell yeah. This is so exciting, Vex. Oh my goodness. You're really making a lot of good progress. Okay, I immediately don't know the E scale in thirds, or horn in E in thirds. Nope. I sure don't. Okay, so that's why we're not going to do it. That's why we're not going to do that one in E just right now. Let's go through. We could do 8. We could maybe do 9. These are decent to run through, I think. Yo, Vanks, what's up, dude? Not too much over here, just tootin', you know, as we do. Good evening to you. Hope you've had a good Friday. Good start to your weekend, hopefully. Oh my god, where's the water? I don't think it exists. Ooh, or maybe we just do like number 8 and then move to a cling etude. I kind of want to play a cling etude, I think, after this one. Yeah. one's kind of easy, but fun. Yeah, we have yoga day on Sunday this week. Ooh, that's so much fun. That's so much fun. Love a good little bit of yoga. I don't do as much of it myself as I know I should, but I do enjoy it. My girlfriend and I have a room set up for yoga with Adrienne whenever we get the urge to do so, and it's a lot of fun. We were talking about the halusi the other day. Yes, yeah, the like gourd flute or the whatever with the yes, yeah, double reed or like multiple reed as well. Something. The one you did say you have heard of and wanted, if memory serves. When it was mentioned, I was thinking of the Kaheen. Oh, gotcha. Kaheen. Oh. Oh, cool. Both sound wild. I mean, this one looks wild. Let me, why am I not signed in? I need dark mode. Oh my god. Whatever. Okay, well. I don't know why it signed me out of Google. Whatever. It looks really cool. It's like a pan flute, or looks like a very, very long pan flute, which is really interesting. Let me see if I can get it pulled up again. Not Google. It's a cane. Okay. Oh my god. I don't know why this is being so stupid. It has not like let me sign in. Whatever. This is the, just so we can see, mouth organ type thing. A mouth organ. So interesting. Oh dang, I didn't even realize you don't even play it from like a pan flute from down here. You actually do blow into it at the side here. That's so cool. That's so cool. Hell yeah. Steak night today? No, unfortunately that's not an every week thing. That is a bit less commonplace. We did have a bit of a special occasion breakfast since it's holiday, and there's a fried chicken place that just opened up that my girlfriend's a big fan of called Bojangles. We had one before, but it got shut down. Long story, like for health code violations. So that was shut down, and it was franchise owned. And so then it got reverted back to corporate ownership. Like, dude must have really fucked it up if corporate kicked him out as the franchisee. And so it is now reopened under corporate ownership. And let me tell you, that Cajun filet biscuit, whew, it hits. It hits. The syringe actually works. I just put it on. Hell yeah. Great success. That's so exciting. Dang, this thing's going to be like, you're going to have a prototype ready and ready for demonstration and mass production in like no time. And then everyone's gonna know the name Vex as the inventor of the next great wind instrument. In this, the year of our Lord 2026. What a time to be alive. Excuse me. Can finally tune it to the perfect B3, the perfect B3. It is real. The B3 is real. Hell yeah. So that part's rough. Need to work that out. Happy Juneteenth to you as well, Mdor. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well on this wonderful, blessed holiday. Thank you for the hydration. That is a good reminder. Are you doing anything fun to celebrate, my friend? Working with the symphony? As per usual. What do you mean holidays? What do you mean days off? Oh, that's right. You are Canadian. I'm sorry, I do forget. Celebrating low key. I appreciate, or it's a good one to celebrate. Even for our friends up in the north, it's a cause we can all get behind and celebrate. You know. Symphony doesn't stop for holidays and will never stop. I feel you, dude. There's no time for days off. Like, obviously not. Little out of tune. Now that it's tuned, I can do the next one. Which one should be the next one? That's a great question. Because like, so you're doing it to set up in chords, right? So would you need a C? You said you had D sharp, F sharp, and B. So maybe D sharp, F sharp, 4, 3, 4, maybe just a few others up, if you have the whistles for them. It's good to see you practicing. Don't forget to take breaks. I mean, look. Yes, objectively you're right, but like I can't take a day off. I can't afford to take a day off. I already took 15 years off. You know? What time do you think we have? Your love of the halfling's leaf has clearly slowed your mind. I could never do Christopher Lee justice. God, that man has some velvet in his pipes. That is difficult. If I do F sharp 4, I can play a power chord. If I do D sharp, it'll do a major third. Ooh, so I feel like both of those could be good ones depending on which ones you want to go with first. Also, you know what really might add some good color to it is if you do a major second. So you can do like suspension chords. I love a sus2 chord. And that might be some good sauce, you know. Or if you do the major third and you have the syringe long enough to where you could press it down to be either a minor third or a major second, and just get that all in one tube, if it's possible, that could be something. I don't think there is a wrong answer. Is the beauty of it. Kind of mid. Kind of mid. Not the best performance. And also the C just was not... Ugh. Those sevenths also are not easy jumps. But honestly, I feel good with the etudes we've done. A Koprascher 2, a cling or so, a couple of clings, as a matter of fact. This one has a high B in it, doesn't it? Yes. Maybe I haven't practiced this one in a minute. Number 21. Another slower one. Holy cow. My chops are already pretty tired. This is higher than I remember it being. And also these arpeggios here are still not good. Which is to be expected. I haven't practiced them is the thing. And even when I was practicing them, it was kind of like half-ass practice. I know my strengths and my weaknesses, and one of my weaknesses, bigly, is inefficient practice. I like to play through things instead of nail down something that's not quite working. I tuned it so it's roughly 2 cents flat right now. Hell yeah, for the for the major third so that it's tempered correctly. That's pretty cool. And you can always, depending on the chord and on the requirements, you can. Is it something to where you can like, you can change the tuning on the fly, like not like a trombone slide, right? Like you would, or moving your finger on a string instrument, right? It wouldn't be that, but not as cumbersome as like a timpani. I'm thinking changing the intonation. Is it possible to, like, if you need a note as a major third versus a root in, you know, something, is there an option to like change the temper ever so slightly? You know, might just be something to think about. I'm sure you have thought, what am I? It's not like I need to be telling you this stuff. You already know. Duh. Ow. It's just high. Yikes. Whew. My chops are already pretty kind of fatigued. I don't know if this is just like higher range that I'm used to playing for for an extended period of time. I've been working on my low stuff a lot recently, so that very well could be it. But whoo, man. You could, but I would need to like put some marks on the tuning slide so you can tune it somewhat correctly without opening a tuning app. True. Although, because I'm thinking then it's probably more like a timpani, in the sense that you want to kind of set the tuning and let it be there for a minute. But that changes whole notes as opposed to just the pitch, just to be in tune more so. So I think you could probably, well, I mean, I'm just thinking out loud. Yeah, no, that probably would be. I'm just thinking of like in the middle of a performance, if you change key and you all of a sudden need your B to be a little bit moved up or down. Yeah, I don't know. It's very interesting thinking of like, at least for, I'm picturing playing it with an orchestra and like what would you need to do to be able to play it with an ensemble. So I don't know. It's just so cool. I don't know how many times I can say that without it sounding like repetitive, I'm sure. Disingenuous, hopefully not, because I am sincere. I do mean it. It's really fucking cool. What to play? Well, honestly, nothing for a minute, because my chops are a little tired. But maybe we do the tuba concerto. I feel like we haven't done this all that much this week. And that would be a good relaxation piece. Good chop builder. Yeah, I think that's going to work just fine. This is the second movement, just for reference. Ralph Vaughan Williams's tuba concerto in F minor, I believe. Second movement, Romanza. Absolutely phenomenal piece. Go take a listen to someone actually on a tuba play this, and you'll be like, oh, so buttery smooth, so velvety, so rich and dark, like 100%, well, but not like buttery and smooth, more bitter. If it's 100% cocoa, you know what I mean. But like, maybe not dark chocolate. Maybe think like red velvet cake. Ooh, that's pretty smooth. Very rich, very decadent. It's kind of how I feel listening to this piece. Especially the parts where they go down to the to the B1. That's because it's supposed to decrescendo and be piano at the very and sort of kind of fade out against the orchestral accompaniment. And boy howdy, when it's done, it's such a cool effect because you're kind of just like, is it even still playing? Like, I know what the note is supposed to be and I can hear it in my mind's ear, but I don't know if I'm hearing it in my ear, you know? It's a really cool piece. If you haven't taken a listen, I highly recommend it. Never take crescendo all volume all the time. Listen, professor. As the professor, surely you know that contrast and dynamic is one of the coolest ways to evoke emotion in music. It's just like how rests are as important as the notes played. You got no respect for the silence in between the notes. Like, what? Something. I don't know who this person is, but yeah, that's one lesson that I think I'm gonna have to I just like to say ridiculous things sometimes. No, I'm aware. And I appreciate your take. I do appreciate it. You're just wrong. Piece you played was in concert B, right? So B minor, I think, because it's F sharp minor for I think so. Merry Juneteenth to you, Barking Tree. How are ya? Hope you're having a good one. At least the excuse me, the beginning and end part are in F sharp minor. It changes to E minor at this next bit, and then goes back to F sharp concert B after the do 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 bum bum bum. that jump always gets me. It's so awkward. Go from an F sharp to a D sharp, C sharp. Excuse me. I noticed because it was in tune with my instrument sounding like a tonic, I played it at the same time as your last low note. Hell yeah! We're creating harmonies over the internet. Oh my god! Or I guess unisons, but still, that's so cool. Good ears. You got a good ear. Send a recording. Okay. Yes, I do see that. I sure do. Ooh. That is such a good tone. Hell yeah. It sure is. There's that B3. I really, really like that sort of like airy but focused sort of timbre from that you have there. That's gonna be really cool, Vex. I know I'm saying it a lot, but like I I just can't get over it. Okay, so that's a pretty good chop break of a piece. What to work on? More importantly, what to twerk on? There's no way this is gonna be like good with how and you can see the tuning slide and the wind way on some pictures. Yeah, I saw the syringe sticking up out of it. That's so cool. So yes, I can see exactly the syringe and the wind thing there. I'm gonna have to. I can't wait to see how else how it all fits together, because I'm not sure that like I can picture how it's played as a whole instrument other than just like that slide, but like it's definitely coming along. God, that's just such a cool... I love this piece. I wish I could play it better, but it's a really, really demanding high range. If you do the optional octaves up, which of course I want to. By Otto Schwarz. It's Cape Horn. Cape Horn is the title. Otto M. Schwarz. Just for reference. Yeah, I'm not doing that. That's a bit too demanding, I think, because it gets worse. Yeah, up to a C. No shot. I'm pleased with how well it holds the pitch. I was worried it was going to change with the blowing pressure. That was also kind of what I was thinking with making sure they were tight enough in there and secure enough to where they wouldn't come out of tune just by playing. And it seems, I mean, yeah, if it holds, that's crisis averted. Feels like a version of the Monster Hunter intro. I'm not familiar with the Monster Hunter intro. if that's the way it goes, that sounds like a fire tune. Hell yeah. And this one's fun as well. It's evocative, written to be like a sailing kind of a tune. And that really comes across. It's a very, very like adventurous seafaring kind of a yeah. Such a cool piece. And it's for wind band as well. There's a really good recording. I know I say this every time I mention Cape Horn, but it is on, there's a recording on YouTube with Radovan Vlatkovic playing the horn with a, I believe in either a Chilean or a Peruvian wind band, somewhere in South America, I believe. And it's really, really cool. Ooh. You know. Haven't done the Bernard Haydn Sonata in a minute. And since this is holiday, we're kind of allowed to play anything we want. Copyright 1955. I wonder if this is public domain nowadays. I mean, not that it matters because I own the piece, but if it is, they don't have it, which is fine. There it is. T3 as per usual. Excellent. I see you just sent that over, Barking Tree. I will take a listen to it once we're done here. Thank you so much. Blah, 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 blah. Rest, rest, rest. Rest, 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 rest. Not that many rests. I'm so bad about figuring out fingerings, being like, okay, now I've got them, and not ever writing them down. These are da-da. So it's all trigger. So it's two, two, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. It does feel like a Monster Hunter intro. Keys. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're having a good day. I really gotta figure out. I gotta listen to this whole Monster Hunter intro. Hope I'll get as good at playing as you. Thank you, Vex. I appreciate that, and I'm sure you will. It just, it's just practice. I've put in a lot of practice. I put in, like, on an average day, about twice as much practice off stream as I do on stream. I'll do like 2-ish hours, here on stream, and then I'll do anywhere between, well, I guess maybe not, 1 to 1.5 times off stream as I do on, because it's like about, I aim for like 5 hours of playing time every day, so somewhere in there, and it's a lot of practice. Wish I had some sparkling water. I also wish you had some sparkling water, Professor, or at least that orange Mountain Dew for a nice kick you in the ass, kind of pick me up in the morning. Tomato, tomato. And in running into this, excuse me, when I'm doing this one, because I'm running into that thing, Professor, where I feel like I have to fully exhale before I take in a breath on these, because there's such short phrases or such short groupings of notes, and now that I'm thinking about it, it's making it worse. Hold on. had to consciously like not exhale that time, but it seemed to work. When I have all three of the low tones, how do you think it'll sound? I have no idea. If it sounds like three of those whistle things, that same sort of timbre with all three, I bet it's gonna sound fucking cool. Is about, I can kind of maybe picture a sound, but I don't know, or like in my mind's ear, as it were. My vote is for fucking cool. I do have a Kickstarter in the fridge, but don't want it today. I should, since I went to sleep at 2:30 and woke up at 8. You poor thing. Oh my god. I tell you what, I feel a little guilty because I actually slept well, decently last night, and y'all didn't, and that sucks. I wish we could all just sleep well and be happy. Why can't we all just have sleep? Because life, man. Sorry, I brought it to your attention. I thought it was just a me thing. No, it's good because it is a bad habit that I have. Like, I don't want to have to, hyperventilate in the middle of the sonata. But it is. I think I can get by, and maybe with conscious thought, you can do the same. But with this one in particular, just by not exhaling, focusing on, and just keeping it going, topping off, my breath throughout seemed to be a good strategy for that one in particular. But it's a bad habit, that's for sure. Yes, no, that is a good thing to have brought to my attention. That sure is. Honestly, and I think I have said this before, but I was assigned this piece as my second semester freshman jury piece, and I kind of really hated it. It didn't really speak to me at the time. I think it is now. It's growing on me. It has been growing on me for some time. But I think I actually would say that I like it now. 15 years after I first started playing it. So, just give it time. You don't like something, maybe give it 15 years. You never know. You never know. Anyways. try recording yourself 10 times and putting it together into a chord. Ooh. So I would love to record some stuff, and I want to like set up the mic in the room and sort of get a good recording space, because there's so many songs that I just like listen to, just not even particularly complex or instrumental or anything, but just songs that have good vocal harmonies. And I would love to record those harmonies as horn parts and do, maybe sing and, do like a whole production, like a French horn and voice cover of, X song. I think that would be really cool. Something I've been toying around with for a minute, but obviously that requires time and effort to be put on anything other than, everything else that's on the list, just throw it on the pile. But, and also, as soon as I get the recording space and setup and calibration and whatnot, it's not even the first thing on the list for once I am able to record adequately. That's going to be yonder Discord symphony, I think. Maybe some auditions for that I can submit a recording for, something like that. But definitely doing some kind of a project. I have many songs in mind and saved it to my playlist that I think would be really cool as like a French horn cover of whatever. Yeah, just don't have the time at the moment, unfortunately. But one of these days. Yeah, my chops are getting tired. Yo, Duck Master, what's up? I have a concert coming up and I play French horn. Yo, no way. Welcome in, my French horn friend. How are ya? You should do Ross Roy. Ross Roy. I don't know that I've ever heard of them. I appreciate the suggestion. Let's see. Ross Roy. By Jacob DeHaan. For the St. Peter's Wind Symphony, perhaps. I have to cut the tubes with a handsaw, and it's so exhausting. Oh my goodness. So not only are you building a horn, an instrument, you're building it with like your literal bare hands and I guess a handsaw. But like, I don't know. To me, that adds a level of like badassery. Maybe that's just me. That's the one. It's my concert song. Hell yeah. I'm gonna take a look, because I think actually there were some one with a score. Maybe I can find a horn part of it. It looks like there might be parts of it. So hell yes. It sounds awesome. I'll give it a listen. Appreciate that, Duck Master. Oh, geez, where was I? Giving my chops a rest is where I was. That jump down to the F from A is not. Close enough. Close enough for jazz. Badassery? Yeah, absolutely badassery. You're inventing an instrument that is inherently badass in and of itself. You're using, like, syringes to keep it in tune. That's pretty badass. You're cutting all the stuff with your own 2 hands. That's pretty badass. I just think it's badass. You know? I would say. Maybe that's just me. But I'm a fan of what you're doing over there, Vex. Sincerely. Oh, goodness. My chops are a little bit screaming out in pain at the moment. Oh, man. What can we do? What can we do as a chop healer? Just massage the chops, I suppose. Oh. I got the next pipe body done. Now I have to do the windway and tuning slide. Yo! Hell yeah. Which, what tone did you end up doing? Did you say... I forget what you said. I don't want to misspeak. D sharp 4. Okay. Okay. That'll be fun. That's gonna be real fun. You can do a lot with that, depending on how far the syringe will let it go in one way or the other. You could have a couple cool cool chords already. Oh my god, it's all coming together. That's so cool. Jeez. I don't even know what I have chops for anymore, let alone what I want to play. Might just be what can I physically play, and I don't think I have a good answer. Dry erase marker. Don't know why I have that in here. Yeah, let's just pull out Strauss 2. That'll be a good one to end practice on. Start learning. That is a very, very bad joke. Strauss 2 is a mountain bear of a piece. I don't even know if a mountain bear is a thing. Surely bears live in the mountains. Or there is a bear that lives in the mountain. A mountainous bear. Some kind. Alright. Let's spend a little bit of time on Bagatelle by Herman Neuling. Just because it does have a lot of low stuff. And that'll be good to spend some time on. Probably not like playing through, just doing because there's certain parts that are more fun than others. That is a hell of a scale. Oh boy, howdy, that A. Whoo, hoo, hoo, hoo. Oh, that feels good coming down from the. The kind of joy that you get when you craft something that's supposed to do something and it works is immeasurable. See, I'm gonna have to take your word for that because I'm still waiting on that own experience in my personal, for me personally. But it's like I'm sure it's very very gratifying, and I'm thrilled that it is going so well for you. I'm usually not a creative, maker kind of person. Uh, Mostly I'm it's these kitchen cabinets that I'm trying to build, and they have not come out well yet. Hopefully this afternoon, but I'm very excited that it's going well for you. Yeah, yeah, a little mid, which is probably what I get after for playing it at the first time after an hour 52 of stream and 2 hours and 15 or so of this particular practice session. Tuning slide's done. Now just the wind way and I can do a harmony. That was so fast! Holy moly! Más rápido! My goodness. Really cooking. You'll be able to play, do 4-part harmonies by the end of in about 15 minutes at this pace. My word. And honestly, that's kind of working a little bit better today than I think it has in the past. Oh man, is that like kind of all that I want to play of Bagatelle. I wasn't expecting to be done with it quite so soon. I was hoping it would take me at least 6 more minutes, and then that would be the end of practice, but you can always noodle around. And that one actually might be the first time I actually managed my breaths well. Ever in that part, and I feel like that actually did work. Excuse me, I'm just so burpy. Every time when I'm like trying to take quick breaths, I'll either end up with hiccups or just little tiny burps. And that's unfortunate because it throws off my groove. I'm sorry, but you've thrown off the streamer's groove. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Y'all know what I'm talking about when I say shit like that? David Spade, John Goodman. Oh my god, why can I not remember? Patrick Warburton. I don't know who voices Yzma. Now that I think of it, I think I do. I just don't like. Windway is the hardest part because it needs to be precise, so it might take a while. Ah, that's true. That's true. It does need to. That is the. Can't have any gaps or leaks or anything. Hell yeah. Obama's last name. What's up? Can you use some rips? Honestly, I might not be able to. I'm trying to. My chops are basically dead at this point. Yeah, unfortunately, you caught me right at the end of practice when I'm basically doing low stuff to try and not, melt my face off. But I can under normal circumstances. Earlier in the day, sure. At this point, I might be a little fatigued, unfortunately. That's going to be tricky to do them in tone, in tune, intonation, in tune, and all. But Obama's last name, if you show up a little earlier, remind me on Monday will be the next practice. I'll definitely, we'll do some rips, some glissandi up into the high stuff. That actually would be a good exercise to do. So yeah, if you remind me, if you stop in another time, we absolutely will. Before the last literally 25 seconds of practice, when I tap the tubes lightly against each other, I can hear the major third. Ooh, oh man, it's so close. You're almost there. It's almost self-sufficient. And honestly, I think that is going to be the end of practice. I'm about tapped, y'all. It's a bit of a slowed feeling day in the first place, and we have just hit the 2-hour mark, 1 o'clock, which is lunchtime and time to get back to work on my kitchen cabinets. So I think that's going to do it for me today. Happy Juneteenth again to all of you. Whether you celebrate or not, I wish you a wonderful Friday and weekend. Hope y'all have a good one. And we'll see you on Monday for more practice. Same time as always, 11 o'clock Eastern to about 1 o'clock Eastern. I think that's going to do it for me. See y'all later. Bye. Bye.